Listen, Mike Wahn has been brilliant. As we know, we talk about him, wax lyrical all the time. Ali spoke to him earlier. Let's catch him with part 2. Oh, and that's Mesa right there.
What is next year going to be like?
Well, last week at the KEB Hannah Bank in Korea was the first time I was late for meetings because I couldn't get through the parking crowd to get into the tournament. I had all kinds of VIP passes, but nobody cared. There was 30,000 people trying to get in the same parking lot I was, and I loved it, because it was big, it was massive. Everybody wanted to get close, and so that's exciting. You hit on something that I'm probably as proud of as anything I've done in my time as commissioner, which is my team introduced the world to the UL International Crown. It's not. There's no rest of world. We're not trying to ask countries to play with other countries. There's only one way to get into the UL International Crown. That's to qualify with your play. 8 countries get in. No selection committee. The 8 best countries get in. No coaches or captains. You decide who you're going to play with. We love the fact that we're going to give golf something they haven't seen before. And when we introduced it in 2014, everyone said, "Well, Korea's going to win that." Well, Spain won, and then the U.S. won. But when we bring this to Korea, with Korea being the #1 seed, of course, which they will be, and the 8 best countries in the world come together, 32 players in one crown, I'd expect to see 100,000 people at this event in Korea, and I'd expect it to be the hottest ticket. And I can already tell you in terms of the sponsorship, we've never sold anything like this before. So 2018, Jack Nicklaus Golf Club, Seoul, Korea, it's going to be special.
I refer to you as the pen in the ink block theory. So when
I'm not
you
sure
put
what that means.
I'll go into it. When you put the pen down and then you see it on the paper, the ink starts to just infiltrate the rest. And I feel like that's something that, it's exactly what you've done in Asia, where you put these little events out, and well, not little events, this one's absolutely massive,
right.
But all of a sudden things start to grow there. Particularly, you've mentioned in the past Thailand, obviously in Korea as well, but even other parts of Southeast Asia. Where does the pen go next? Where are you looking at the moment?
Well, I think it will depress people. It'll depress my players and my fans to realize I don't have some master chart in my office and I've got that country circled or that state circled. I follow the check writers. So I have met almost all of our title sponsors at events. I don't know where we're going to go next. That's the exciting thing. I can tell you that when we announced next year's schedule, we have 2 new events on it. We already have 2 new events secured for 2019. I can't talk about those particular events yet, but it's nice to know there's already 4 new events in the next 2 years that are contracted and ready to go. So it's exciting. I think I've always said Mike Wahn has never sold the LPGA. Mike Wahn's team has never sold the LPGA. The LPGA athletes sell the LPGA. My job is to get businesses closer to these athletes and see what we're doing. And once that happens, all I have to do is follow and put together some paperwork, because you don't join the LPGA because you like Mike Wahn. You don't join the LPGA because you like women's golf. You join the LPGA because you come out here and you see what these women are all about. Not only are they world-class athletes, and they are, not only are they really engaged with the fans like no other sport, I think, in the world, but they're really connected with the business. They know Sime Darby. They know why Sime Darby does this. They realize it's why it's important. They're on the social media with the same hashtags our fans are. So we're engaged in the business of our sponsors while we're playing golf, and I think that makes us totally unique.
Well, I think the LPGA at the moment is in very safe hands. I think you're quite unique as well. I'm going to say that. We're going to slow this down to about 30 frames per second for the actual broadcast. Mike Wahn, thank you so much for your time.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
That's the commish, Mike Wahn. What an inspiring man he is. He's so passionate about the product and just loves the women's game. He's done a brilliant job for them.
He's brilliant, isn't he?